incorporate something else into that. And then today's the last session that we'll do as far as a training. And then Ariana and I will sit down and we'll put together a test for you guys. Like, but whether it being like a Microsoft, Google spreadsheet, I'll hand it to you guys. However you're gonna do it, I don't know. We'll be innovative and figure something out, right? And we'll put it out to you guys. So, how's everybody doing? By the way, happy Saturday, everybody. How was your week? How was your week? Let's start with Isabel. She's the first one on the list.
Doing good. Week was amazing. Tried the strategy. 7 trades, won and one loss with your strategy. So it's pretty good.
Girl, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
The box.
Ooh, see you.
That's awesome. Congratulations on that. Any hiccups? Anything you realized, that you need to essentially work on, whether it be in the strategy, whether it be a mindset, whether it be anything revolving around any of that?
My schedule, definitely, because I used to trade somehow, somewhere, like scattered all around the day. But now I'm setting up like around 9 p.m. until midnight, set up the strategy, the trades, and let them go during the night.
Boom. Boom. That is awesome. Well, congratulations. Anyway, I can assist going forward. We can definitely do it. Around that time also, it's funny because that's the time that I look at the charts for the most part, and I'll start setting up like my boxes or look for like Tokyo scalps or whatever the case may be. So that's awesome. That's a great time because that strategy in itself. Oh yeah, I'll show you guys my whiteboard here too. I have specific times I look at the market, but from the strategy from like that 9 p.m. let's say Eastern for you guys, all the way to let's say I would say around 10 maybe 10 a.m. There's a lot of setups that happen with that specific strategy because remember we're looking just for the crossings, the confirmations. There's boxes and consolidations, which what we're gonna do today kind of is an evolved version of that. And makes you guys know me. I'm built off simplistic a simplistic perception how you perceive the market. No need to overwhelm yourself, right? All right, next person. Who's on the list? Okay, Edson. He's literally right next to Isabel. Okay, Edson, what's your how was this week?
It was pretty good, thank you. Sunday I did some back testing and did also some live testing, and everything went okay. At first, had to make some adjustments for the indices because, of course, it's not the for the box for the indices it's a little bit different. Yeah. But after that, I mean, everything went flying. So thanks a lot. And next, I think we should hear from Luz because she's been doing really good too.
Let me see. Who'd you call on?
Luz.
Oh, Luz. Your turn. Wait, before she gets on, what hiccups did you encounter that think you need to work on, you need to focus on, you need to fix, that you've realized for yourself, right? 'Cause it's all about testing, finding out where you slip up at and focusing on those weak points that you slipped up at so you don't make that slip up again. So where do you think you slipped up at if you've made any slip ups this week?
The multi-time frame analysis, especially on the, like if, for example, if you're on the 15 minutes, check on the 5 minute, most of the time you're going to be good. The EMA is going to support the price, but for the higher time frame, it's not always the case. So gotta be careful with that.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be
awesome.
the thing.
Yeah, it's always good to realize where your mistakes are. Sometimes I still make my mistakes. And you can ask my lady, she's next to me. I get a little upset, and I'm on my chart. And she goes, "Honey, take a break. Get off the computer." I always want to figure out where I'm weak at, right? That's why I like to get different perspectives as far as ideas. Because I said this multiple times. I don't consider myself a great trader. I consider myself a confident trader because I know what it has done for me. I know where it can take me because of what I've been able to, focus on and create and so on and so forth. So it's always great to evolve yourself. That's why I was always looking for new perspectives to evolve in. So wherever you slip up at, try to figure out where the weak point is in that slip up and work on that slip up in itself, right? Whether it being mindset, whether it being the strategy, whether it being what you just said, right? Awesome. Now, Luz, you got called on. They volunteered you as tribute. We need you to come in and how did your week go this week?
Oh my God, Edson. Okay, so it was great. On Tuesday, I believe, I took like 15 trades, and it was 12 out of 15.
Wait, Tuesday you did 12 to 15 trades?
Yeah, so I win. Yeah. With your strategy.
Oh, she's gunning for that $100. Okay. Damn. Okay, that's really good. That's really good.
Yes. On Wednesday, I made some mistakes. Like I didn't wait for the confirmation, or like I don't know. I don't know what happened. So, but I believe I'm okay with this strategy. I like uh I asked you on Friday, like you wait for the candle to close, the one that give you the pullback, or
Yeah.
no?
Yeah, you have. So
Oh,
you wait for the pullback. Cause remember, a candle can fake you out. It can be like, hey, listen, I'm gonna pull back. I'm gonna show some rejection in that zone, and then hitting that rejection in that zone, it'll just break right through, right? So if you wait for the actual confirmation and candle close of that specific area in the market that you're essentially waiting for the pullback for, and it closes in that rejection, then that's a confirmation because now that candle is printed, right? So we can look at a current candle right now. That's current. The candles to the left, that's historical because those candles
yeah.
have printed already. So you have to wait for the current candle. You're waiting for the confirmational pullback to close. So you know that, okay, cool, that's printed. That's happened. That's already there. I got the pullback. I got the rejection, right? Instead of entering immediately and going, and going straight in, just wait. And then they'll give you more confidence. So, okay, cool. The candle goes closed. It's rejecting. Now let me get in.
Okay, perfect.
Awesome. Congratulations on your success this week.
Thank
Let's do
you.
two more. Let's do two more and then let's dive right into it. Let me call on, matter of fact, Luz, you calling somebody.
Let me see. I don't know who's here. Just give me a minute. I saw Maritza. I believe
All
she's
right.
here.
There you go. She just got nervous. She turned red. Look at her.
Why you put her on the spot? I just woke up. Leave me alone. Well, I haven't really. Earlier in the week, I did attempt to go live, and I used strategy. Unfortunately, I did not have a chance to do it towards the end of the week because I got busy doing some other things. But that's what this weekend is for, and so that's what I'm here for. I'm gonna start
Awesome.
really working on the charts, and that's my goal this week is just to master them and really understand them.
Awesome. Well,
Yeah.
pick out of the group or whoever you're in very much communication with and make them your accountability partner to then make sure that you get it on the ball. All right.
Well,
Who's your accountability partner?
It is going to be probably Edson. I've already reached out to him.
All right, Edson, you taking on that partnership? You take on the.
Yeah, no problem.
All right, remember, you have to hold her accountable, and you have to hold him accountable. All right. With make sure you're getting on the ball, you're trading, you're back testing. Is your schedule right? Anything like revolving around that? Does everyone on here have the trade plan that I sent to Ariana and she passed it to you guys? Did she give you guys a trade plan?
I send it.
She's lying.
Is
Okay,
is
let's
the one
dive
that you sent the file, right?
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right. So it's a template of everything as far as how you structurize yourself in your trade plan. It gives you the opportunity to. I can open it up on my screen for those of you who don't know what it is. Was it a Dropbox link or a Google Docs link, Ariana?
It was a Dropbox links, but I downloaded as a Google and then I sent it as a Google thing. I
Okay, I have
Googled
to.
a Word, like micro Word.
Oh, okay. I will have to look for it then. Yeah. So make sure everyone in here has a trade plan, right? That's number one. Do not go. I'm not saying do not go forward. It's up to that's on you. But I highly suggest creating yourself a trade plan and implement this under the section of your strategy. All right. When you do your strategy, make sure it's you label this as your strategy, and then put the times and so on and so forth. Like I think Edson or no, Isabel said the timing, right? When she's getting on, when she's trading, and so on and so forth. Make sure you guys implement that. It keeps you structurized within your trade within your trading, right? It keeps you structured.
I just sent it here in the chat.
Oh, thank God, because I can't find it. Okay. Everyone should essentially. So everyone who does not have this, get it. Okay. Open it up, download it, whatever the case may be. Just have it. Yes. All right. It's allow you to give yourself that those guidelines, right? It's keeping you structured. Let me open up on my screen and show you guys. All right. All right. So I'm gonna share my screen. We're gonna dive into it. Where we're gonna go today is very simplistic. All right. I'm assuming and hoping everyone on here has MT4. If you don't, go get it. Okay. has MT4 on their computer because it's the only way you'll be able to actually do it. Ari, I need you to give me host, my host, but let me share my screen if possible.
Excellent.
Either let me share my screen
It's
or.
done.
Okay, sir. All right. So here's what it is. Here's what the that's what the roadmap. Anyone who doesn't know what it is, if not familiar with it, she sent it in the group. So to give yourself those guidelines, right? This is, I mean, I have a better looking one than this one. I don't know why I sent this one, but always have a goal at the top of your list so you remind yourself what it is, right? Whether you're gonna print out your goal, put it on your wall, write it, tattoo it, whatever you want to do, right? Make sure you remind yourself what the goal is. So when you wake up, when you're gonna trade, you have the trade plan right there in front of you. That's gonna remind you, okay, I want to go pay off my house. I want to go pay off my student loans. I want to buy my car. I want to do this. I want to do that. I want to fire my boss. Always remind yourself what your goal is and why you started this journey. All right, because that's going to continue giving gasoline to the fire, right? So always going to continue fueling you to continue going, right? And then just follow yourself, what is in your account. Don't give no personal information. We do not want to know what's in your account on this call, okay? So what's in your account, what strategy you're using. For those of you who want to do it, just do, I call the strategy crossing scalper, but you can name it whatever you want, right? And have everything lined up. Don't, just give yourself that guideline. If you hit your 100 pip goal for the day, then you get off the charts. Don't push the boundaries. If you go for 50 pips a day, don't push the boundaries. If you go for 30 pips a day, don't push the boundaries, right? Go for what you think is feasible that you can obtain, and then make that a consistent process over and over, right? Consistent process over and over. If I go in for 50 pips a day, then if I hit my 50 pips within 30 minutes, 40 minutes, then the other 20 hours, 24 hours, 23 hours of the day, right? I'm going to enjoy my life, right? I'm going to go enjoy the freedom. I'm going to enjoy myself, go run my errands, enjoy time with my family, go to the gym, whatever the case may be, right? Give yourself those boundaries, right? Don't push those limits, because now if you go and make those 50 pips a day, you're like, you know what? I can do this again. You're leaving yourself open to the opportunity of losing what you just made, right? So just keep that in mind, right? Give yourself that consistent, consistent window or consistent compounding method, because now you're gonna start seeing the account grow, so on and so forth, right? And giving yourself the confidence, knowing that I can do this every day. I can do this every day. I can do this every day. Just giving yourself the confidence and the confidence you have that you can do this on a consistent basis. Just going for what you personally set yourself. Now, Edson's trade plan may be different from Ritz's. Isabel's may be different from Luz. Ariana's may be different from mine. Everyone has their own lane, let's say, right? This is your lane, right? And this keeps you in your lane. You're not gonna hop into my lane because now that's my lane. I made it for me. So follow that perspective, right? Now, she sent this in the chat. Download it, structurize it the way it yourself. Add things if you want to add things to it. But you can print this out, save it, whatever the case may be, right? I have the timings that I trade on the wall right here to remind me, right? I'll show you guys. All right, I have the timings to trade on the wall here, right? It always reminds me. It's written there, so I know every single time I'm getting on and I'm trading at that so specific times, in the market. So when it breaks after 9 p.m., I'm like, all right, that's not my window. That's my structure. That's my lane. So between 7 and 9, okay, cool. That's what I'm trading, right? That's central, right? From 11 to 2 a.m., that's when I'm trading. So it gives me a reminder. This is when I'm supposed to be trading. This is when I'm not supposed to be trading. If I'm trading outside these windows and I lose, that's my fault, right? Because I didn't follow that. Okay. Now this is done. Now what we're gonna dive into today is something that I've had, and I actually forgot that I had it. But you can use this in correlations to what you guys learned, what we've been teaching you guys. All right, who's new on this call? All right, who's new on this call? So we can go back and reiterate things that we've done before we transition to this.
Dan is new.
Danny?
New.
You said Danny? What up, Danny? Danny, you hear me?
I hear you.
What's up? Welcome to the family. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Welcome. So hope you have your notepad ready, because we're gonna reiterate everything that we went over. And I've told you guys this, we reiterate everything. So for those of you who know it, pick up things that you've missed, or pick up things you've forgotten. That's number one. Number two, newcomers who want to be on the same page as everybody else instead of being lost. Okay. So Danny, you ready to start going?
Yep, ready to go.
All right, man. I gotta see 3 pages filled by the end of this call. Cool. All right, let's go. Let's do it. All right. So number one, What I want to do going forward, all right, is we're going to draw our zones, okay? We're going to draw our zones. Many of you know how to draw these up. If you don't, you're going to look at it now. You're going to learn it now. I may actually call on one or two of you to actually plot up some areas in the market to keep you guys on your toes. I'll let you choose the first individual that's going to be jumping in and actually showing you the ways. So call on somebody in the chat. This is a hands-on training, guys. So I don't think you're gonna sit there and just listen to me.
Let's see. Let's try Edson.
All right, Edson, what's up, bro? All right, so Edson, when you're finding your supply and demand zones, right? They're picking on you today, dude. All right. you find your supply and demand zone. You start off what time frame, what chart? Yeah, into those.
So you already put your lines. You go on the daily. Then you want me to actually do it or explain?
No. What the hell? I'm sorry. No, I'll do it. Just how do you do it? I'm sorry.
So you go, you pick up your lines. So you already did that. You go on your daily. Then
okay, I'm on the daily.
The major areas of pivot where your market is going to come bounce out of or bounce off of.
Awesome. So you go on your line chart, you go on the daily, and you find these major pivot areas in the market, these spiked areas in the market that have been utilized. You could choose the ones that are relevant, right? Or the relevant ones. I mean by relevant ones that are basically in the initial vicinity of where your current market is, right? You can plot all of them. Sometimes I like to plot all of them because, if the market is here and it shoots up 400 pips, then what's up here is relevant, right? Or it shoots down 400 pips, what's down here is relevant, right? So I like to plot, quite a bit of them, right? So where current market is, let's plot our supply and demand zones here, right? You see these pivot points in the market right over to the left, and we'll go over to the right, right? Here's resistance, support, resistance, right? In the vicinity of support, and where's the current market coming to now? This major support zone. So we're going to label this as a daily, okay? Which is labeled as a daily, boom. All right, so now this allows you to find foundation, all right? You're finding the foundation in the market, right? Where the market continues to go bearish or not, these zones are very much relevant because if a zone gets broken, it gets retested, okay? If a zone gets broken, it gets retested. And then plotting the ones in the bottom or above, depending on the trend, market is always going to go from zone to zone. So if it's rejecting off a resistance zone, it's going to push to a support, a daily. If it's rejecting off a daily resistance, it's going to push to a daily support. If it's rejecting off a daily support, it's going to push to a daily resistance, right? And that's vice versa, bouncing back and forth, which I'll show you, right? So we have a resistance up here, right? Boom. But if we look to the left over here, it was used as what? Boom, support, also support, and a little bit, double support, right? Now, plot one's a little further up. So you have a resistance, support, resistance, right? Going a little higher if you want, right? There goes our daily right there. Boom. Right, you can plot you can plot some more in between. I'm not gonna plot a lot for this one. It's just gonna get the initial basis of how to plot your initial zones. Okay, there goes your daily resistance, right? Support. So it's great to see that I said this the last sessions, but what increases the likeliness of that zone to be a strengthened area is when you get double taps on both ends, right? And you have a tap on the resistance and then vice versa, a tap on support. So in this case, you have a resistance and you have a tap on support, right? And then the same thing over here, right? It's great to find these initial areas, all right? So I can plot this one right here in between. All right, boom, because what we have here, we have a support and resistance, right? Even if I don't plot this one, right, and I go into the candlestick chart, I know that there's wicks on both ends, right? Wicks, right? But you can plot in between, because these are where price closed for the reversals, okay? That's where price closed for the reversals. You have one right here. So I'll make this one the last one that I plot. Now, after you plot your dailies, right, after you plot your daily zones, you want to transition to the 4 hour. And again, I didn't plot all of them here, but you want to transition to the 4 hour and do the same thing that you did on the daily, but you have to do it on the 4 hour, okay? But same thing, nothing changes at all, right? Nothing changes at all. So let me just erase this, right? And just do the 4 hour in a clean chart, all right? So I'm on the 4 hour, I want to plot these pivot points in the market, right? You want to plot as many as possible, right? Plot the ones that have, that are relevant to the market. Plot the ones that, if you have dailies that are just underneath or just above, wherever the case may be, that's just a major congestion zone. That means on the 4 hour, it may have consolidated and rejected in that zone. And the daily, it can have been 1 or 2 wicks or whatever the case may be, right? Because how many 4 hours are in one daily candle? There's 24 hours in a day with 4 hour candles. That means there's 5 candlesticks, right? Or 4 to 5 candlesticks, right? So now if I'm looking at this accordingly, you know, I start plotting these zones. Not that, I don't know what the hell that is. All right. 4-hour zone, right? Easy outlook, right? 4-hour zone. Plot one underneath if you want, right here. It's a 4-hour zone, right? So you want to plot the ones relevant, right? Just a few above and just a few below, so you don't have your screen a whole bunch clumped up. You know, if you're looking on the daily, it's gonna look like a whole bunch of hoopla with the dailies and 4 hours together. But what we transition to the 30-minute, it's gonna be a little clearer, right? 30-minute into the candlestick chart is gonna be a little clearer, right? So you have major opportunities going from the daily, going from the 4-hour to the 4-hour, like 4 hour to the 4-hour, right? It gives you major opportunities, and you know, to find these zones. Remember, you're finding foundation, you're finding your ceilings and your floors in the market, right? If the market is breaking the floor, it's gonna go to the next floor. If the market is breaking this floor, it's gonna go to the next floor, right? It's gonna be like a staircase, like an apartment building. If I'm on one floor and I break through the floor of that one, right? I'm gonna push to the next floor. If I'm on this level, I break to the floor of that one, I'm gonna come to the next floor, right? So this gives you a foundation in the market that allows you to look at trades accordingly, have an idea of perspective that these zones in the market have been reversal zones historically, and they could potentially be a reversal zone currently right now, right? It's like it was on Thursday, Friday, yesterday, right? There's a daily zone underneath here. I didn't plot it, but there was one underneath here, right? What happened? It used this zone accordingly for a major pump up in the market. Boom, 134 pips. But where did this zone come to? This zone came precisely to the what? The next zone. And after it hit that zone, what happened? It rejected and then shot down to the next, back down to the zone it came from. So you have possibilities cashing trades on both bases, right? Support, resistance. It's gonna go from zone to zone, zone to zone. Now, remember, it's this foundation, right? This is basics. You can make you can definitely cash trades and find trades and make money off basics, right? Everything else is sort of sense of confirmation, from fibs to trend lines to structure to this to that to indicators, right? It's all a sense of confirmation, right? It's always giving you the validation that of a specific direction the trade is going to go in. Okay, this year you're finding your floors and ceilings. Now, if you trade cryptos, if you trade the indexes and DCs, whatever, right? The similar idea, right? You could do the similar idea. I like doing like US 30 and everything else, like on a 30 in 1 hour, potentially sometimes on the 15 for scalps, right? But that's a completely different story. If you're not a one of them traders who like trading cryptos, who like trading indexes and DCs, then don't do so until you get to the point where you're comfortable in doing it. All right. If you're comfortable in doing it, then go ahead. If you're not comfortable in doing it, do not follow the crowd and stick to what you know you feel comfortable with. And then once you feel comfortable enough, knowing that you've accomplished and you've solidified this aspect from, you know, if you're trading EA, if you're trading GJ, if you're trading UJ, whatever the case may be, then you can transition over to US 30 once you feel comfortable enough. Remember that, right? Go with the comfortability that you are that you're gonna trade specific pairs, specific FX pairs, whether it be in UJ, EA, whatever the case may be. Trade those with comfortability, knowing that you're gonna master these, right? You're gonna master these. You're gonna make these your primaries, your go-getters, your breadwinners, and then once you start evolving from that and mastering those, you can evolve to others. From doing BTC, doing German 30, doing S&PX, right? You can do whatever after that, right? Find something you're gonna be comfortable with first, and find your foundation within your own strategy, within your own pairs. That's one of the big important things I want to put out there, right? Because back when I started trading, I didn't like gold, right? I didn't like gold whatsoever, right? I didn't like gold whatsoever. And then I tried trading gold because the individuals that I was trading with, they were smacking gold left to right. So that first gold trade that I took with individuals out there, were smacking left to right, they called the trade. I took it, nearly blew my account, right? And I was like, dog, this is why I never went to it. This is why I never traded. All right, same thing with BTC. I was trading BTC. I was in the trade. They had this strategy with some indicators, whatever the case may be. I was like, all right, dog, I'm gonna get into it. Give me a trade. Got into it, nearly blew my account. All right. At that point, I said, I'm never touching this again. I'm not right at this moment in time. I'm not comfortable enough to be like, I'm gonna master this, right? Because I still was finding my foundation within my strategy with the GAs, GNs, GCs, GJs, whatever the case may be, right? I'm still finding my foundation. All right, take on what you can handle. So I was able to take on like my GBPs, my primary breadwinners, the ones that I go to every single day. And now I'll look at gold. Now I'll look at US 30. Now I'll look at BTC and Ripple, right? Because my confidence is there, knowing that I can smack those out the park. Because I just finished mastering, the other pairs that I was looking at. Does that make sense? That makes sense to everybody? right? Focus on what you can handle, right? Now, after you find your foundation in the market, okay, now before we end this session, someone else is going to grab the screen and we're going to give them access and we're going to evaluate them. We're going to bully them. We're going to be like, see if they got it right. If they don't, they, you know, we're going to nitpick at them. We're going to be like, listen, you haven't been paying attention, right? So we're going to call on somebody. I'm going to give Ariana the floor to pick on somebody at the end of the session to draw up their zones and so on and so forth, just so we can see you guys do it and you guys are paying attention, okay? I'm going to give Ariana the floor for that one, all right? So now, no, you don't have to do it now. You can ponder on who's going to, you can ponder on who's going to do it, right? So again, easy foundation, easy perspective, find your foundation in the market, all right? You can find your foundation on the line charts because these depict the precise reversals in the market. It cleans up the noise in trading. It cleans up the noise from the candlestick charts. There's no wicks. There's no wicks. Like, oh man, there's so many wicks and dojis and this and the third. Come to the line chart. It's going to clear up your view. It's going to clear up your perception. It's going to clear up what you see in the market. It's not going to confuse you as much because it's only lines, right? It's showing you the pivot point of price reversals, right? Price close, price reversals. So now if I place this line right here, knowing it's a 4-hour zone, and I'll label this template as a 4-hour zone so I can easily go boom, right? And I come into the candlestick chart. What happened? I'm not seeing these wicks. I'm not seeing these wicks, right? I'm seeing true price. I'm seeing the true price close and reversals in the zone. So I know that this price zone is a reversal price rejection area, right? If I come to the candlestick charts, I see wicks, but wicks is gonna validate the zone. We'll get into that. Okay. Here, right? Boom. There's a lot of hoopla. Oh, market push above. I'm not too sure. Maybe support resistance. It's fine. Come to the candlestick chart. All right. Come to the candlestick chart. If it's too much noise on the 30-minute, go to the 1. If it's too much noise on the 1 hour, go to the 4. You can still take your trades off the 4, you know, the 1, the 30, whatever the case may be, but find your foundation in the market that can give you, that can depict that specific zone that you're looking to take a trade in. Okay. Everybody understand? Drop a 1 if you guys understand. For some reason, my chat box won't open up. I won't be able to, I can't see anything. Everybody understand? Oh, why the hell is it open up now? All right. Again, it's a simplistic perception. Again, we're going to reiterate everything at the beginning so we can get into the new stuff at the end. Make sure everyone is in understanding of what we're going into. Okay. Now, what was I going to go into again? All right. Finding your foundation. We already did. Okay. Now we're not going to do the boxes. The boxes is simple. It's a simplistic perception of how to look at specific trades and find trades. But with the boxes, we're going to do that at the end with the new stuff that I'm going to show you, which will be this stuff right here. All right. It's a new stuff we're going to show you, okay? The new stuff I'm going to show you, okay? This right here. So now, let's go back into it. So now, what we're going to do is the moving average strategy, which a lot of you guys have been trading, all right? A lot of you guys have been trading. So now, with the moving average strategy, let me draw the checklist. Checklist is wait for EMA to break WMA, which I'll explain to you what those are for those who don't know, all right? Number 2 is wait for pullback. Okay, pull back to the blue or the WMA. Number 3, wait for price action. Confirmation. Number 4, take trade to next zone. Okay, take trade to next zone. All right, this is the easy breakdown. So the settings for the exponential moving average, which is EMA. All right, and Danny, if you have any questions, you can just unmute yourself and ask me questions and say something. Let me know. All right. So the settings for the exponential moving average is 7. Okay. The settings for the exponential moving average is 7, while the WMA is going to be 144. Okay. WMA is weighted moving average. Weighted moving average, and on MT4 is called linear weighted moving average. And I'll show you how to get it because I've had a question or two for how to get an MT4. Right. Linear weighted moving average. Okay. And then this one is exponential moving average, 7. So the exponential 7 and the weighted moving average is 144. Now you color coordinate whatever you want. My yellow is the EMA and my blue is the weighted. So I'm just going to say them as yellow and blue. Okay. So the idea is you wait for the break of the exponential. All right. So let's go into here. All right. You wait for the break of the yellow over the blue. Okay. After you get the break of the yellow and blue, you wait for the pullback. Right. You wait for the pullback. Okay, you wait for the pullback. Now the pullback to the WMA, which is the weighted moving average, the weighted moving average is always going to be at a support or resistance zones or supply and demand zone. So what I like to do is after I'm seeing a break, I'll put a line exactly where I'm at, right? Exactly where that weighted moving average is at, right? And I'll look to the left. What I'm gonna do is after I look to the left, I'm gonna validate that zone in the market. Is that a true support or resistance zone? All right. And what's gonna give me that is the historical view of everything to the left. All right. So if I look over here, I see resistance. Oh, this is where the market broke. So I'm not gonna classify this, but I see over here, I see support, right? I see support, I see support, I see support, see some resistance, I see resistance. So we're validating the zone. I see support, we're validating the zone to be true. I see support, all right? You can keep going to the left if you want. I'm not gonna do that, that's a lot of work, all right? We're gonna look over here. After we get the pullback to the WMA and we just validated that that WMA zone is a support/resistance zone, we're gonna wait for price action confirmation. Now, with price action confirmation, there's 3 things that I look for, all right? Or 4 things, but 3 things primarily that I look for. Now, price action is the market sentiment in itself. Price action is what's going to get, it's the language of the market, right? It gives you the confirmation, it gives you the initial setup, it gives you the understanding that a market is either going to continue going up, continue going down, is it going to reverse, is it exhausting, vice, et cetera, et cetera. It's giving you the confirmation that, hey, listen, I'm going to go for a sell. Hey, listen, I'm going to go for a buy. Hey, listen, get in now or get lost, right? It's going to give you that setup. So the 3 confirmations that I essentially go for, where's my, here it goes. The 3 confirmations that I go for is number 1, my favorite vectors, right? Now, vectors are 3 or more long wicks to the upside or downside, right? Insinuating the, I spelled this wrong. Well, let's leave it like that because I'm gonna get some examples. Let go. Oh my Lord. Okay. All right. Number 1, vectors. Number 1, vectors are 3 or more long wicks to the upside or downside, letting you know that the market is going to reverse, right? Insinuating the market is going to reverse. Insinuating the market is exhausting. Insinuating the market doesn't have enough buyers and sellers to push in that direction anymore. All right. So for example, zoom in. We got the cross right here. All right. We got the cross right here. What is a vector again? 3 or more long wicks to the upside or downside, right? So in this case, the market broke a zone. Oh, let me put this, 3 or more long wicks, rejecting a zone to the upside for a resistance or downside for support. Okay, for support. All right, so wicks rejecting the zone to the upside for resistance and downside for support. I forgot to put that in. All right, so to the upside, we have 3 or more long wicks after the pullback. The confirmational checklist insinuated that we have to wait for a pullback, which we got after the break of the yellow, right? And then after we got the break of the yellow, wait for the pullback, we wait for price action confirmation, which the first setup that happened here is a vector. 3 or more long wicks rejecting a zone of to the upside for resistance or downside for support. In this case, after we got the break, we got the pullback. We validated that support zone was going to be a valid zone because we see historically that zone was utilized as supply or demand or support resistance, right? Wait for price action confirmation, right? What do we get? First wick rejection for the pullback, second wick rejection for the pullback, third wick rejection for the pullback. And then what happened? We got the insinuation now that this pair is going to have the utmost troublesome and exhaustion pushing up. But now what happened? After we got that confirmation, which was in a resistance zone, right? Because what was a vector to the upside called? Wicks to the upside for rejection of resistance. And what does resistance insinuate? The ceiling in the market, insinuating that I can't break this ceiling, I'm gonna go for a sell. And what happens? You have the rejection after the pullback, the confirmational vector, and then the sell. Boom. Now, again, the 4th setup is you're gonna look for trade to the next zone. So you can depict the next zone however you feel like, right? You can do this support zone right down here. You can do this support zone right down here. You can even go further than that. If you've seen the market busted low, I probably wouldn't because there's nothing to the left over here. So what happens? Market goes from point A to point B, 47 pips. Then it shot down to the next zone, 98 pips. And as you've seen, the market continue dropping. But the key thing behind this is the yellow line has to stay above price for a sell, and vice versa. If the yellow line has to be underneath the price for a buy. So as long as the yellow line crosses and stays above the price, right? Even on the pullback, it's going to go for a sell. I mean, the bears are in play. This yellow line is used as resistance even after the pullback for the continuation down, right? You see how every single time the market try to bring up, it use the yellow line as resistance until it fully sold and continue to fully sell, right? What happens? Kept pulling back and pulling back and pulling back, boom, selling. So the multi-time frame analysis behind this, after finding all this information, waiting for this stuff, is we see the cross, we see the pullback. Let's go on to the 15-minute chart. Oh, I lost myself. Right? Let's go on to the 15-minute chart. Is yellow line still above price? Yeah, it is. Right? Yeah, it is. Let's go on to the higher time frame. Right? We go to the time frame before and the time frame just above. So if I'm looking for the trade on the 30 and I'm seeing the pullback, retest, rejection on the 30, I look on the 15 to see if we're still flowing with the same qualifications that we're looking for. Is the yellow line being used as resistance, and is it staying above the market? Right? Now I go to the time frame just above. I go to the 1 hour. I go into the 1 hour. Is the yellow line still above the market, right? Being used as resistance? Yes. Yes, it is. Right? So now I get multi-time frame insinuation that that yellow line is being used as resistance for the bears, right? On the 15 and 30. If I go back into the 30 where I was looking for the setup itself, I got the pullback because this is the time frame that I originally was looking for the setup, right? I got the pullback. I got the validation that zone is support and resistance. I waited for price action confirmation. Here's my vector, which is the first, which is my primary confirmation that I love to look for, right? And I traded to the next zone. So I went from point A to point B, smacked up 40 something pips, but I wanted to be a little more ballsy. I shot down, caught 97, right? So this is a simplistic perception of how to view the market. And we'll go through a couple setups and I'll go through all this again. Okay, I'll go through all this again. All right, now you can do this on any specific time frame. You can do this on the 5 minute if you do so, please, right? You can do it on the 5 minute, you can do it on the 15, you can do it on the 1 hour. If you're a scalper, right? If you're a scalper, you're gonna catch hella scalps on the 5 minute, right? Hella scalps in the 5 minute. All right, because it's 5 minute, right? The market is gonna it's a lot quicker, right? A lot more snipers in there, right? A lot quicker momentum, right? A lot more noise, right? Because a lot more candlesticks, a lot more wicks, a lot more everything, right? On the 5 minute, right? If you guys want to trade on the 1 minute, that's on you. I'm not even gonna even consider looking at the 1 minute. Okay, that's all on you guys. But I'm looking at the 5 and 15, or the 30 and 1 hour, or the 4 and daily. Nothing changes. Everything stays the same. From the number 1, waiting for the yellow EMA to break. Number 2, waiting for the pullback, validating that pullback, right? Number 3, waiting for price action confirmation. And number 4, trading to the next zone. Okay, trading to the next zone. So if I'm on the 1 hour, let's do a setup on the 1 hour real quick, right? Look for a clean one, right? Let's do this one here on the 1 hour. Actually, let me just get that arrow so I know where I'm at. Right? On the 1 hour, what happened? Okay, 1 hour, we're getting a break. Right? So let's look back and validate that zone. All right, let's put a horizontal line with a blue EMA, with a blue WMA is at, right? Look to the left. If I look to the left, I see this as support. I see this as resistance. I see this as resistance. I see this as support. I see this as support. I see this as support. I'm not even going to go further. So you already see on the 1 hour, that's a validated area in the market. That's a zone that's been utilized on a consistent basis that as support and resistance. Okay. Now, after I see that 1 hour move, right, let's transition to the 30. Now, this may look different on the 30, right? It may look different on the 30 because there's 2 30-minute candles within 1 hour candle. So I go into the 30-minute real quick. I don't even know where the hell we were at. Hold on. Boomskis, right? Oh, it doesn't, because what happened is the yellow line above on the 30-minute. Is the yellow line above price insinuating the resistance, the reversals, the bearishness on the 30? Oh, dog, yes, it is. We got the cross even on the 30. We got the cross on the 1 hour. We got the cross on the 30-minute. Yellow line is above on the 1. The yellow line is above on the 30. We validated the zone on the 1, right? We validated the zone on the 1 hour. We're validating the zone on the 30 if you want to, right? You can even do that if you do so, please, right? It's up to you, right? Now we look for price action confirmation, but I look for price action confirmation on the time frame that I saw the pullback on, okay, or wherever we were located here. Okay, this one's a little different. So with this one, let me ask Luce a question. What can you do with this one? Because this one's got trapped, it consolidated, right? This one got trapped, it consolidated, right? For 1, 2, 3,
Yeah.
4
Box.
can box this out, right? So we'll go into the box out because that's another simplistic perception, right? We can box this out. We take the high range and low range. You're doing a 30-minute real quick, right? We take the high range. We take this low range. Now what we do is we wait for the break of this box. We already seen that the market pulled back, rejected on the 30. You already seen on the 1 hour, the market rejected, pulled back, rejected it on the 1 hour. So what you want to see is wait for these wick ranges, this zone, this consolidation to break. And what happened? The yellow line continuously stayed above the market with no resistance, right? Legit, the candlesticks gave no attempt to break above, stayed under the weighted moving average, which is a strong threshold in the market, right? Because the blue line is a very strong threshold in the market. So what it allows you to do is see that this zone is a very strong zone in the market. So the market never tried to break back up, right? The resistance, the yellow line, the market never tried to break back above the yellow line. It consolidated in the zone, still containing price underneath the yellow and the blue. What we do is wait for the breakout. Boom, there goes your 144 pip move, allowing the market to continue staying using resistance. So what's really good about this, and I've showed you guys this. If you guys do not have the paid version of TradingView, it's okay. I mean, again, I'm not saying get it. Would I advise getting it? Yes. You don't have to get it, but I advise getting it, right? What I like to do is I like to grab my yellow line, add an alert, make sure it says exponential moving average, make sure it says crossing, make sure it says WMA. Where it says value, because as soon as you click on the exponential moving average and right click and hit alert, and it says crossing, make sure the value says WMA, once per bar close. What's it gonna allow you to do is not stay in the damn charts all day, every single hour, waiting for something to happen, waiting for a move to happen, waiting for a life to prosper, waiting for a market to be like, hey, listen, here we go. It allows you to come in when the market is appropriate for you to come in. Okay, what happens? EMA, crossing, WMA. Once per bar close. If you do not have the paid version, then you can't do open-ended. But what you can do is you can go over to, you can do 2 months worth of free alerts. Click on the last day that's not shaded. Boom, bada booski. Make sure it says notify on app, show pop-up, hit create. So now what it allows you to do is you're chilling. You're having a beer, you're drinking wine, you're whatever, at work, at your job, whatever the case may be, right? Your phone goes off. I just got an alert. Exponential moving average EMA is crossing on the 5-minute, 15-minute, 30-minute, whatever it is, right? I'm trying to find one I have it on my phone. I don't have them, right? 30-minute. Oh, what happens? I come back into my charts. I look at a 30-minute. I just got the alert for. Oh, shoot, we got the crossing, right? Oh, shoot, we just got the crossing. Where are we? Where the hell are we? Did I erase it? Oh, that's a bummer. Oh, whatever, see this one, right? Oh, shoot, we just got the crossing. Oh, shoot, we just got the pullback. So instead of waiting all day, instead of waiting for a market to give you a chance, instead of waiting for the market to, waiting all day, staring at the stuff, waiting for a setup, this is built off quality over the quantity. Let Ari take 100 trades a week. I'm going to take my 10. I'm going to take the quality trades to my 10. I'm going to take my 40, 50 pips on my 10 trades, right? With the ease, enjoying my time, because we're trading our money for time, right? We trade our money for time so we can enjoy our time freedom. So I'm not going to, like you got Spila, I was on charts 15 to 17 hours a day back when I first started trading. I was on it. Even while I was working, I was on it. It wasn't healthy, right? But if I'm trading my money for time, why am I taking my time freedom that I'm trading my money for and putting it to trade my money? And it's a constant cycle of just tiredness, right? Just overwhelming, right? You open yourself up to loss. So now I get into the market when I'm told to get into the market. Now I get into the market when it's ready to get for me to get into my trade. I'm getting into the market when I find the qualifications, when I get an alert, right? I can be getting 4 alerts a day, and all 4 alerts are quality trades that I'm busting 30, 40, 50 pips for, right? Again, no guarantee, shout out compliance. I'm just putting it out there, right? But it's allowing you to come into the market when it tells you to get into the market, right? So if you're trading from, like Isabel said, from 9 to whenever, right? If I change this to 9 real quick, I think 9 is going to be 2100. Yeah, 2100 all the way to, let's say she does 4 in the morning or 3 in the morning, right? I'm not sure if she does it, but let's say she does it, right? 3 in the morning, right? Here's her window. Let's say she's trading it on the 15-minute chart, right? So trading on the 15-minute chart, whichever time frame she's trading it on, right? Obviously different pairs, not just this pair, right? If I'm trading on this window, I'm gonna just wait, right? You can look at this window now. What happened? I got the cross, got the retest. There goes my 138 pip move, right? Here goes our cross. Never really got the retest, so I'm not gonna take this trade, all right? This one is going to 5-minute. Let's see, we see some scalps on the 5-minute, right, within this window, right? Everything's intertwined. I'm not looking at it, right? You want to take quality trades. Now, mind you, I'm only looking at this one pair. You can look at other pairs too, all right? I'm looking at this one pair. You can bounce around, whatever the case may be. All right, here's a couple scalps right here. Boom, right? There's 2 scalps within that window. You have a break, pullback, boom. There goes your, oh, this is German 30. That's a big move. All right, boom. There goes the 40 pip move on German 30. Boom. There goes your 40 pip move on German 30. Both ends within that same window. Right? So you can come in and get trades when you're told to come in and get trades. Right? You're told to come in and get trades. Right? Does that everyone understand everything I'm going into? I can't see the chat. My chat just won't open up, dog. Like it's my Zoom is out here bugging. Yeah, and there's all the questions. It's like, so Edson, right? I didn't see anything because the chat wasn't working. In this case, it was 3 candles, but we wait for the pullback and price action. Yeah. So on that setup, if a market pulls back and gives you the confirmation of the 3 wicks, you wait for the 3 wicks, right? You wait. Let's say it gives you a doji, it gives you a second wick rejection. You're like, oh, I like this. You can get in on the second candle. That's fine. The third candle is just giving you the higher confirmation, like, damn, this is actually potentially going to be a vector, right? You can enter off the second candle. The third candle is just going to give you the extra confirmation. Let's say you don't like the second candle, but you wait for the third candle if it gives one. If it gives you the third candle, now you're like, oh, now I'm going to get into this trade. Now I'm going to take this trade. Now I'm going to jump into this, right? Because now I'm getting the third candle confirmation. You're not always going to get vectors, or you're not always going to get vectors. Oh, I didn't give you the other confirmations, right? You're not always going to get vectors. That's not how life works. I would love to always get vectors, but that's not how life works sometimes. Let me see. Was it this pair? Yeah, it's this pair. All right. Let me erase this real quick. Boom. Right. You're not always going to get vectors. So the 3 confirmations that I look for, I think the AC is off in this house because I'm hot. Right? Is your vectors, which I broke down. Then you look for your dojis. For those of you who know dojis, someone in the chat right now drop the definition of a doji and what it looks like. Right? See, because we went over this. Right? And you have double wick projections. Jesus. Double wick projections. And number 4, but it's not, it's a setup, right? It's a structural setup. All right, is break and retest, which typically every setup in this strategy is a break and retest. Yeah, my chat won't open up, guys. I don't know why. I'm sorry. I'm assuming it's correct. I'm just gonna assume. There it goes. All right. Long wicks, no bodies, or long wicks on both ends with very minuscule bodies, right? So sometimes it'll look like this, not like that. All right. Sometimes it'll look like a plus sign or a cross if you're religious, right? Or sometimes it'll look like this with a very minuscule body, right? Very minuscule body, very minuscule, right? Very tiny body, right? There's no buying or selling pressure, just a very minuscule body, right? It looks like a cross, but with a very small body, right? I think that's the easiest way to break it down, right? That's I thought I wrote on the screen. Did I not write on the screen? It's not, right? That's a very minuscule body, right? So you have your vectors, right? You have your dojis, right? You have your vectors. You have your dojis. You have your double wick rejections. And number 4, which every setup is really this. More coffee. It's a break and retest. Now, someone in the chat break down what a break and retest is for me. Someone in the chat break down what a break and retest is for me. See if you guys are paying attention. As I turn my AC on, because dog, it is hot. Oh hell no, it's 80 degrees in here. break zone and retest previous structure. That's awesome, right? Break zone. What happened?
What happened?
Turn the AC on.
Oh, it's hot.
So break zone, break support or resistance zone, and then comes back, right? So if I'm looking at this here, right? Every setup for this strategy is a break and retest. I want to make that very much known. Every setup for this specific strategy is a break and retest. Keep that in mind. It's always a break and retest. That's why it's on the list. I didn't give you guys this list before, but it's always a break and retest. Why? Because the blue line is a very strong threshold in the market. So what we do is after we get the break, wait for the pullback. The pullback I put at the blue line, right? And I validate that zone as support and resistance. Because if we're getting the break of that threshold and I'm putting a support resistance line at the blue line and I'm waiting for the pullback, what's it doing? It's breaking the zone and retesting it. It's always a BNR setup, always a break and retest setup. No matter what time frame you're looking at it on, it's always a break and retest setup. Think of it like that. Always. All right. If I break a zone, right? If I break the yellow line, I mean, break the blue line, the yellow breaks the blue, right? And I look for the pullback, and I put a horizontal line at the blue line, it's always going to break a resistance and pull back to a support. Or it's going to break a support and pull back to as resistance. It's always a break and retest setup. This strategy is always a break and retest setup. Always. All right. Think of it like that because you're getting the break of a zone to retest the zone when you get the pullback. All right. Now, one thing I want to keep in mind before I transition to the new stuff. All right. I hope everything makes sense. We can do this again. We can do another training session for individuals, the new individuals who want a little more in-depth look in this. All right. What I like to do with this is, hold on. All right. Is one thing important is price can break the blue line, but the yellow doesn't. Price can break the blue line, but the yellow doesn't. If the yellow line does not break the blue line, do not take it. Okay? If the yellow line does not break the blue line, but price does, do not take it. Remember, the yellow line has to break the blue. If price is up here and the yellow line's down here, and we do not get the break, I don't care if it's up there. I don't care because what happens? That yellow line, if it starts curving underneath the blue without breaking, it's gonna bring that mug right back down. Okay, let me show you an idea. All right, right, boom, boom, boom. Oh man, price is starting to break. The yellow line did not break that blue line. That blue line is a very strong threshold in the market. It's gonna use that zone as a resistance. So we start to get that curvature. It's gonna keep going down, right? If price breaks that blue line and the yellow line does not, you do not take the trade, right? But once the yellow line breaks, price can be all the way the hell up here and the yellow line's just breaking. That's fine because now you got the confirmational first step break of the blue, the yellow breaks the blue. The pullback has to be price, all right? The yellow line breaks, the pullback has to be price. Not the yellow line. The yellow line does not pull back. The price has to pull back. So number one, the yellow has to break, and then the blue line, and then the price has to pull back to the blue line. That's what it is, right? What support now becomes resistance, and what resistance now becomes support, correct? Right? So if I'm on a resistance zone, and remember, resistance is above the market. Once that resistance now becomes below the market, it is not resistance no more, it's support. Or once that support is below the market, because support is the floor. If support is below the market, right? If that support now breaks, like in this case, it's below the market, it's support. Now that's not support anymore, because now price is underneath that support. Because support has to be below. If this support is now below the market, it's not support. It's now what? Resistance. Resistance is above, support is below. If this is resistance now, and now this thing is just broke, this is not resistance, it's now support, right? You get breaking, every single setup of this thing is a break and retest setup. Everybody understand before we transition to the new stuff? Everybody, and the new stuff, you guys have to have MT4, and I'll provide what I'm gonna show you guys to Ari, and she'll, spread it out to you guys.
Kevin,
Yo.
sorry, just a question. I saw this week, like a lot of setups when they pull back, of course, like 3, 4, 5 candles later. Can I use that confirmation? Can I wait until that moment and then like wait for the 3 or more weeks to reject and
If
get,
you get
or it's too late?
if you get price action confirmation, yeah. If you get price action confirmation. So for example, let's take this one over here, right? It pulled, yes, you got the pullback even after the break, but let's say it pulled back here. Remember, the blue line is a strong zone in the market, right? So if the market breaks and it pulls back, let's say 6 candles later, right? It comes back to the blue line, but it rejects off the blue line, right? Which is a strong zone in the market. You can take it. So for this example here, let me put a arrow to get my place. Right, we saw this on the 1 hour. Pull back on the 1 hour. Let's go to the 4. Look what happened on the 4. Is the yellow line still above? Yes, it is. You see that little, you see that box? That pullback later that you saw was the pullback to the yellow line on the higher time frame. Right? So you wait for confirmation. You wait for confirmation. So on the 1 hour that you saw the pullback days late or a few hours later, or where the hell are we? A few times later, right? You have to wait for price action confirmation. You have a doji. You got wick rejections. You got market still containing itself under the blue, right? As long as the market stays continuously rejecting the blue threshold and does not break above, you wait, right? Remember, on the pullbacks, it's always about price, not the yellow line. Right? On the pullbacks, it's always about price, not the yellow line. That's important. The pullback is about price. If price pulls back and rejects the zone, the yellow zone, even after it broke and stays rejecting the zone, you can get into it. We have to wait for price action confirmation. You see how this one broke down after the pullback, but then shot right back up and hit the yellow blue the blue line. It used the blue line as a strong threshold to do what? Bring the market right back down. Right? So even if you don't wait for the crossing and you want to take trades when it rejects off the blue line, you can do it. Right? 1000%, you can do it. It's totally up to what you feel is, is best for you. I personally don't. For me, if it doesn't break, I don't care about it. But there's many different ways to trade this strategy. Many different ways to trade a strategy, right? Many different ways. So like here, the market broke on the 30-minute, right, to push up, which is shot up 89 pips. But this push up on the 30-minute was only a push up to reject the blue line on the 1 hour, right? So you can do time frame confirmation. If I'm getting a break in the 30 and the 1 hour is all the way above here, that means I may push up on the 30-minute after the retest to go to the 1 hour zone, the 1 hour blue line on the 1 hour, right? And then if it rejects on the 1 hour, I could take that trade for a sell, right? Because the 30-minute broke, as you've seen here. The 30-minute broke, and we had the retest, right? We had the retest right here. Boom. So you could have got into a buy right here. Where are you writing it to? The next zone, which would be here, or where, right here, right? If I go on the 1 hour, what does that 1 hour zone correlate with? The blue line. Oh, I'm sorry. Where the hell are we? Was it here? Yeah, here, the blue line. I'm sorry, right? The blue line, right? What does that line correlate with? That resistance that the blue line is at. So we got the breakdown here on the 30-minute, which if you look on the 1 hour time frame, the yellow has to be underneath price. Is the yellow underneath price on the 1 hour? It is. So it pushes up and uses the blue line of resistance to push the market back down. And this has nothing to do with the crossing over here, right? The crossing, you wait on the crossing, you wait for price to pull back. If price pulls back 7-8 candles later, then you look for price action confirmation on that pullback on the blue line, and make sure on the higher time frames, the yellow line is continuously always still above for a sell. Or if the market pulls back 7-8 candles later to the blue line, right? You look in the higher time frame, see if the yellow line is still underneath price for a continuous buy. All right, that's how you look at it as, right? If it pulls back later, make sure the yellow line on the higher time frames is always going to be above or below to tell you, okay, look, I'm still going to sell, I'm still going to buy, I'm whatever the case may be. That make sense?
Yes, thank you.
Sweet. Any questions before we transition to the new stuff? And for the newcomers, we can do another session if you want. We can do another set. We can do a whole new session, reiterating everything more in depthly. What I'm gonna give you guys now and show you guys now is so freaking simple, right? So freaking simple, right? No guarantee anything. Shut out compliance. I want to get in trouble. But I did 11 for 11 this past week on this. Smacking it out the park. Right? Literally, that's all I care about. Don't give a hoot about anything else. Okay? Check this. Now, peep this. All right? So this thing here is called breakout zones. All right? Breakout zone. All right? And I'll provide this in the link, and I'll give it over to Ari. All right? Breakout zone. So what this allows you to do is, let me just go to a different, let's go over here real quick. Let's go to GBP. Let's go to one that's not on. Okay. Let's go to like the GBP JPY. There you go. Right? So on a 1 hour, zoom out. I'm gonna grab my breakout zone, put on here. I like to make the lines a lot thicker. All right. Throw it on that screen right quick. So what does this resemble, guys? For those who've been rocking out, what does this resemble? Okay, if the market consolidates, what does it resemble?
Box.
Damn skippity, right? So on the boxes, right? On the boxes, listen, let's say you want to wait for a higher range in the market, right? A higher range in the market, right? Waiting for the big move. I want to buy stop, sell stop this mug, or just wait for initial breakout, whatever the case may be, right? Step number one, there's different ways you can do it, right? There's different ways. Oh, I hate when it does this, all right? Can I do a text box in MT4? Doug, I haven't used MT4 in forever, or wrote on it at least, all right? The first perception, the first strategy, the first idea that you can do with this is buy stop / sell stops, all right? They're pending orders, right? That's ugly, that's small as hell, right? Buy stops, sell stops. Buy stops, sell stops are pending orders in the market that when you trap out a zone, in the market, you have pending orders above and just below. When the market breaks out in momentum, right? You can smack 15, 25, 100 pips, whatever the case may be, because you're catching the momentum shift in the market, right? You're catching the momentum shift in the market. If the market is determined and destined to go bullish, but is trapped right now, you put a buy stop, sell stop. Instead of looking and trying to determine and predict in consolidation where the hell the market is going to go, you just wait for the market to impulse in that direction and you catch the wave, right? You ride the wave, you ride the trend, right? So with this traps out the range in the market right off Tokyo, right? Right off Tokyo, leading into London, let's say, right? Right off Tokyo, leading into London. So the time that Isabel's trading, she throws his mug on there, right? And the zones are the high and low range of the trap zone within the higher time frame. It's already there for her, right? It's already there for her, right? I like doing on the 30 and 1 hour. I don't go anything higher, right? This here you do it on the 30 and 1 hour, right? So you're doing the 15 too, but like 30 and 1 hour, right? And I'll break down why. Okay, or sometimes the 15, but you'll see. So this does, you can do a buy stop, sell stop this thing, right? This gives you a higher probability of easily scalping and also intraday trading this mug, right? Or swinging if you want, right? It's all up to you, okay? So the idea behind this is the market will trap out the range in your market, right? The range in the market, oh shoot, right? The trap out the range in the market, give you where the zone of higher time frame support resistance of previous structure, right, is located. And the market has to break this range for it to go in whatever direction it needs to go in, right? So the way I was able to do the setup would be just underneath the range of that zone, right? Just underneath the range of that zone, I typically was doing like 10 pips, right? I was typically doing like 10 pips just because you can adjust this if you want. You can adjust this to do pips per entry. You can do 10 pips if you want, right? You can do 10 pips, right? And it'll adjust it for you. It'll move it, right? I can do like 10 pips away. So I like to put a buy stop, a sell stop just underneath the range, right? I'm going to 15 for this one, right? Just underneath the range. And again, this isn't going to be perfect, but it always smacks, right? Just underneath the range. So what I'll do is I'll put a buy stop or sell stop. Okay, I didn't do GJ this week. GJ was a B this week. I did not trade this week. GJ sucked. Okay, so just underneath the range. What I like to do is just put underneath the range, depends on the time that I'm trading, right? And just wait. What happens? We'll get a breakout. This one shot for 40 something pips. right? We'll get a breakout, either bullish or bearish, right? Bullish or bearish, all right? And sometimes it stays trapped in between, bullish or bearish. We get a breakout, boom, there goes your 40 pip move. And then he reversed and actually shot up, boom. So what it allows you to do is get the trap in the market, right? Get the trap in range in the market. Or if you're not confident in the buy stop, sell stop, right? What do? Is you wait for the breakout. Okay, if this trap zones in the market, what is the structural setup that we said if you get? We get a break and then a what? We get a break and then you get a what?
Retest.
We'll get a break and then we'll get a what? Boom. Right? We get a break and then we get a what? A retest. Right? We get a break and then we'll get a what? Retest. Right? We'll get a break and then we'll get a what? Retest. Right? It gives you a high probability. If you do not get the retest, so be it. Don't take the trade. But once you get that retest, just know that's going to be smacking, right? You take the trade to the next zone always, right? This is the easy, simplistic way to look at what's going on, right? If I go into I hated GBP this week. I did this on gold this week. I did it on gold this week because gold was easy. Even NFP Friday was lit, right? Hold on. Right, I did this on gold for GJ. I didn't do it. GJ was a pain in my butt this week, right? But on GJ, what happened? On GJ, this is where Sunday is right here. This is Sunday. This is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. All right, a double lines in MT4 means the start of the trade week, and this is the end of the trade week. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Okay. So on GJ, on here, what happened? Just above the range, I put a buy stop. What did I do? Boom, smacked, 38 pips. I'm done. I went for 25 pips. You guys know my primaries are 25 pips always, right? Down here, boom, shot down, 50 pips. I typically had this erased because one activated, right? This one over here, right? This one over here was different. I didn't trade this on Tuesday. I have to look at my history. It was somewhere here, right? But over here, what happened? I wait for the break. Never got the retest. But down here, I got the break. I got the retest, right? Pull back and then shot down 300 pips, right? Same scenario over here. We wait for the break. We wait for the retest, right? In this case, you could have went into the smaller time frame. Come into the 15-minute on that setup. We got the break, a couple wick rejection, couple wick retests, shot up a little bit. It's going to 5-minute on that one. We want to go into the 5-minute. Break, here goes your retest. Boom, there goes your 100 pip move. All right, every scenario, right? On all scenarios, right? NFP, here's NFP, Friday, NFP. All right, we had the break. Market rode the zone for resistance, right? Boom, pulled back, let's say 30 pips, shot down for nearly 400, right? 400 pips. So this here traps out that zone in the market. Again, you have to pick and choose between the pairs you're trading in, right? I want to keep that I want to put that out there. You have to pick and choose the pairs you're trading and the setups that you have, right? So everything that we've went over, right? From plotting your dailies in 4 hours, right? You still do, right? If I go into the line chart on my daily, I mean, this case is on the MT4, all right? If I go into my line chart on the daily, start plotting my zone, all right? Here goes my trap zone right there. I have another zone literally right here. You still do it, right? You still do it, you still do it, you still do it, you still do it, okay? You can even do your trap zones in the trading view and just throw this on MT4 and see the correlated moves on trading view, or correlated moves on MT4, or you can throw this on MT4 and put the range of the indicator on MT4 on a trading view. So on GBP NZD, let's say, right? On GBP NZD, if I go on the 1 hour real quick, all right? And then this is easy to understand, right? If I go on the 1 hour on GBP NZD, right? And I go to GBP NZD on here. Jesus, GBP NZD. Why is it not changing? There it goes. All right, and I go on the 1 hour here, go into my candlesticks. All right, I go to GBP NZD. I have the GBP NZD price of this one sitting at 1950.88. So I'll do is I'll come on here, go to 1950.88. That's my top high right there. All right, low range is going to be where? 1943.08, right? So 1943.08. 1943.08. All right. Now we did on the 1 hour. Now there goes your range right there. You come to the candlestick chart and you can validate that zone if you want, right? Now you can correlate this with the EMA strategy because it works, all right? The 4 hour, right? Now you've seen that top high range and low range. What you've seen is a support / resistance zone in the market off the 4 hour. The 1 hour, you've seen as a rejective zone going to the candlestick chart. So what happens? We wait for the break, right? You can do your pendings. In this case, you can do your pendings. I can do my pendings, I get 5-10 pips just above or below and wait for them to smack, right? Or you can wait for the break immediately and wait for the retest, right? So you plot them out on the time frames. You plot them out on TradingView if you want. If you trade on TradingView, if you trade on MT4, you can do it on MT4. But this traps out the high and low range in the market where you still do your supply and demand zones. You still look for your setups, right? You still look for your crossings. You still look for your break and retest. You still look for support resistances. You still look for your vectors. You still look for your dojis and so on and so forth. Because all this is going to do is giving you the high and low range the market has to break. Okay. And again, not every setup is going to be perfect because there's not going to be a setup every day, right? But once you get the setups weekly, right? You have setups, right? Boom, you're smacking 40 to, let's say, 100 pips, right? In this case, right? Broken, retested right here. Resistance, boom, what happened? It shot down over 100 pips. But let's say you rode it to the next zone, 50 pips, right? You got the break of this zone right here. This one was ugly. I wouldn't have traded it, right? I didn't trade this one on Friday. But what happened here? Right, you do buy stop, sell stops, you can still smack, boom, 30 pips, right? This one itself, got the breaks, buy stop, boom, 84 pips, right? And this one here, missed it, but this one smacked, sell stop, what happened? There goes your 40 pip move or even further, right? So this one traps out the range in the market. You just have to pick and choose the setup that you like the most, right? GBPCAD, go to GBPCAD, right? You look for the best setups, go on the 1 hour, right, if you want, right? Look for your best setups, right? Boom, boom, buy stop, smacked, right? Boom, boom, sell stop, smacked. Even buy stop, smacked. Boom, boom, buy stop, smacked. All right. It makes life easier. I told you guys I'm built off making the finding the most simplistic manner in trading. Now, again, you're not just going to trade off this. I'll make that very much clear, very much known, very much an understanding for you guys, right? You're not trading off this. This is giving you confirmation of where a trade can break. This is giving you confirmation of where your trap areas are. This is giving you confirmation of where you can find your zones. This is giving you confirmation that you can look for a buy stop, sell stop in this area, whatever the case may be. You're not trading off this. You're giving yourself the possibility of looking, okay, cool, this is zone, zone, zone. Okay, cool, let me transition, let me put that on MT4. Let me go find my zones. If those zones correlated with my areas that I find on the daily, the 4 hour. Am I getting crossings within my exponential moving averages on those specific zones, right? Am I getting crossings, right? Am I getting crossings, right? Look, on the crossing above, right, I got the crossing down below in between that range, pushed up. But on the way back down, it crossed underneath that zone again and actually retested here. And I could sell this again within that zone, within that range down, right? It's giving you confirmation, right? Retested, pushed down, pushed up, retested that range, pushed down again, pushed down again. It's just trapping a foundation for the day of support and resistance, okay? So my brokers are all for BTC. This is not for TradingView, okay? It's not for TradingView. This week, I think if Ari's okay, we'll schedule a trading session. We'll do a Tokyo, London trading session where we'll get on and legitimately box out stuff and look for setups. Or we can probably do it. I'd rather do it middle of the week. If you guys want to do like on Wednesday, yeah, like Tuesday or Wednesday. If you guys want to do like evening Tuesday, Wednesday, like 9 p.m. Eastern, 10 p.m. Eastern. Let's get on and see what the market has in store for us. Let's do a trade session this week.
Which one is better for you, Tuesday or Wednesday?
Whatever you guys want, whichever is available for everybody else. So everyone's yelling Tuesday, so let's do it Tuesday.
Okay, Tuesday.
All right, everyone's yelling Tuesday. All right. Now, again, my perception and how I utilize this is buy stop, sell stop. Now, you're not going to be 100% on this again or anything. You see how the EMA strategy, you still smack sometimes SL. There's no one out here that's going to be 100% in their trading. Why are you laughing at me? 100. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm from New York. I'll say it correctly. 100% on this. Oh my God. Oh my God. No one's on from. What happened?
I'm making fun of you.
Why are you making fun of me? Can I say 100? I'm sorry. Cynthia walks out and she looks at me. She's laughing. I'm like, what's so funny? She goes, "You saying 100?" Well, I mean, that's how you say it in New York. I'll say it correctly. I'm sorry. You're not gonna be 100% on this. Okay. You're gonna be 100% on this. You're not gonna be 100% on the EMA. You're not gonna be 100% on. I went back to it. You're not gonna be 100% on the buy stop, sell stops. Make that very much known. But what's gonna limit you and give you the higher probability is your risk management. It limits what you lose. It limits how much you're risking. It limits how, the impact in your account. Right? If I'm trading, if you have a $200 account, you're not gonna be dropping a $2 a lot on a trade and expect you not to go broke if you pull back 10 pips. Right? Don't be like that. Don't be those individuals that, oh, I'm gonna put $50 in an account. I'm gonna flip this mug to 100 grand by the end of the month or 2 months. If your mindset in your account and your strategy and your confidence is not ready to flip that $50 account to 100 grand by the end of the month, you're not going to do it. That's it. You're not going to do it. As simple as that. You're not going to do it. Okay. If your mindset is not ready for it, if you can't handle, if you get excited going, I just made $50 today. Keep going $50. Continue building that confidence. Now you're gonna get tired of shit collecting 50. Oh, excuse my language. Now you're getting tired of shit. $50 is not enough. Let me go for 100 because now my account can handle it. Can my account handle it? Let me go for it. Right? What's my lot size that I'm going for? Right? Can I handle it? Boom. Yes, I can. Right? It's giving you the probability, giving you a vision of what you can go for, giving yourself boundaries of what you can go for. You're not gonna be 100% on any of these strategies. You're gonna smack at sales. But the point is quality over the quantity. You're gonna choose pairs that are gonna give you the quality trades, giving you consistency, looking for the setups, looking for confirmation, looking for the price action, looking for the crossings, looking for the BNRs, looking for the buy stop, sell stop boxes, right? It's gonna give you higher probability to give you the confirmation that you're gonna take these trades for, right? Now, what's really awesome about doing this, and I did it this past week, right? I'll trap out. I'll double up. So what happens? On gold, I actually on GCAT, I sent it out on the payout actually, right? On GCAT, you'll get a range of price. You'll get a range in the market in between your zones, right? You'll get a range of price in between your zones. So what will happen? I'll get a range of price in between my zone, right? I'll get a range of price. Oh, I'm on the 30-minute chart. Not where I want to be. Right? I'll get a range of price in between my zone. I don't think this is the setup I did on the LP actually. Oh, this was up on that was a sell. There we go. Right? I'll get a range of price that I did on L. I'll get a range of price in the market. Boom. Right? Range of price in the market. So I already have a buy stop up here and a sell stop down here. Okay? My sell stop will smack, instantly go into profit. But let's say, for example, it shoots up and my buy stop's sitting right here. What's going to tell you is that the market now from this buy stop is going to go where? To this top high range, right? Now you already have a buy stop entry here. So what are you going to have up here? If it breaks that range, you have a buy stop above that range, right? So now you're going from buy stop 25 pips to buy stop activation, pushing 90 pips in the first entry, while your second entry is 63 pips in that range in profit, right? You can find ranges within these boxes and get second entries after the breakouts. Remember, this is for breakouts, right? Not for you could do boxes. You can buy stuff, sell stuff. But this is for breakouts, right? You get the breakout, boom. The market is going to push bullishly. You get the breakout, market going to push bullishly. You get the breakout, market going to push bearishly, right? You have to pick and choose. Break and retest, market pushes bearishly. Break and retest, market's going to push bullishly. It allows you to come in and get these setups appropriate for the direction the market is breaking out in. Again, this is a simplistic perspective. This is not hard to understand. I don't want to keep repeating myself. All right. You come in and start looking for appropriate setups. I love trading. What pair was I trading this week? I was bossing EuroCAD this week, right? Breaking EuroCAD this week. All right. So EuroCAD, let's look at EuroCAD. All right. EuroCAD, we smacked it up on Thursday night, if I'm not mistaken. Why? I had this range right here. So what happened? Boom, bada booski, shot down 34 pips. Broke out of that consolidation range, sell. But broke out of that breakout box too, smacked. Right? Same scenario over here. If I'm looking at the range, here's a range within the box. Right? I have a buy stop, sell stop. What happened? Activated, shoots up, boom. There goes TP2. 15 pips TP1, 25 pips TP2, 50 pips TP3. Right, and even after you smacked it here, what did it give you for an extra confirmation that for another trade, a break and retest? Boom. Always, always, always. Right, it always gives you that setup: break, retest. Right, This one over here, you would have smacked buy stop, shot up, 20 pips, 21 pips, played around, actually consolidated. You can actually trap this one out here too. Boom. And what happened? Smacked. And we'll give you this confirmation that this buy stop is gonna go buy. It broke this range and retested it right here and pushed up bullishly. Okay, it's again, everything you've been learning just solidifies extra confirmation with the breakout, with this breakout indicator. You're not taking trades off this shit. Excuse the language, I'm sorry. All right, you're not taking trades off this. You're finding confirmation of the breakout direction for quick scalps and intraday trades. All right, that's it. Easy as that. Oh, what the hell? Why is my thing not working? All right, it's as easy as that. Any questions at all? I don't want to take too much of your time. I'll send this to y'all. Everything with the EMAs, everything with support and resistances, and supply and demands, everything with break and retest, everything with what other stuff we learned, right? The boxes, everything regarding that buy stop, sell stops, everything regarding anything we've learned the last 4 sessions, right? Marissa's like, yes, so Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday, let's do it. 9 p.m., let's do it. 9 p.m. y'all time. Let's do it. 9 p.m. y'all time, let's get on and let's trade.
10 p.m. because at 9 I have my session.
So don't get on, okay?
I have to get on. You know about that.
No, you're not invited anymore. All right, let's do
you're talking about this one.
Yeah, this one. Don't get on then. It's fine.
No.
After you and Cynthia were making fun of my ass yesterday, I don't want to talk to you anymore. All right, we can get on to.
They can do at 10.
All right, so let's do 10 p.m. Tuesday, y'all time. I am sensitive. You guys hurt my feelings. All right. So let's do 10 p.m. Let's do 10 p.m. Eastern Tuesday, where we'll literally look for setups with the EMA strategy. We'll look for boxes on the one out. We look for boxes on Tuesday night as well, and we'll look for the breakouts of this strategy as well, and the ranges and buy stuff and sell stuff with this strategy as well. And we'll go in and we'll pay some rent. You know what I'm saying? We'll pay some rent. You know what I'm saying? Some credit card bills and some student loans. You have anything I need to pay for, honey?
No.
Good, because I ain't paying for it. I'm just kidding.
So rude.
All right. Any questions so far you guys have at all? Again, you guys been smacking it with the EMA strategy. Continue doing it. You guys don't have to do what I just gave you, right? Again, there's a lot more stuff that I can show y'all, but again, the idea behind this is finding what works best for you and fits best for you. There's a couple of y'all on here. Choose somebody at a random as your accountability partner. All right, as an accountability partner that will make sure, hey yo, dog, I need you to send me a chart with your markup zones. Hey yo, let me see if any find some confirmation on the crossings. Let me see if you've been paying attention. Did you sleep today? Did you eat today? Right? Find that confirmation. Find that accountability partner. Who said was Marissa said Edson's accountability partner. I'm assuming Isabel is Luz's accountability partner, or you guys can make each other accountability partner. Danny, if you need me to be your accountability partner, dog, you are in for a storm. All right. Vlad, you can choose Chelsea. You guys do whatever you guys want. Choose who your accountability partner is to allow you to send each other charts and pick and choose. Now, I know at the beginning of this session, before I share my screen, Ari was gonna pick somebody. Chelsea, that's fine. We can do that. Yeah, Chelsea, that's fine. I can be your accountability partner. I'm gonna ask for setups every single day. Okay. I'm not. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Okay. Why are you here? I want a training session. Damn. All right. I know Ari said, I told Ari to go pick somebody at the beginning of the session that they were going to share their screen and they were going to mark up their zones and we're going to nitpick at their, setups, how they look at the charts, how they mark it up. So Ari, if you want to choose that person right now, I'll give them access. Everyone on here, get your ammo ready because we're going to unload on this person if they get it wrong. Okay. So, but Danny's excluded because Danny just came in. So Danny, you're excluded, dog. Don't worry about it. We're not going to pick on you today. He's like, yes. Look at him. All right. All right. Pick somebody. How do you get my info? Message Ari. I'll give it to you now. It's fine.
Let's do Aline. Eileen, I don't know how to pronounce your name.
Alini.
Hey, what's good?
What up, girl? I didn't even know you was on here. What up, dog?
I've been on.
You out here quiet. You out here
Man,
just
I'm
sitting
body
back.
training. my son and my dog, so I can be on the mic all the time. I'm sorry.
That's cool. Don't worry about it. You ready to take on the chat? But the thing is, Alina should be excluded though, because her and I've been on sessions multiple times with the whole entire My Trade team.
Oh yeah.
Right.
She should be excluded.
Okay, then let's do Chelsea then.
Chelsea's like, damn. All right, Chelsea, where you at?
Oh, I'm right here.
Are you ready? Because we about to go off.
Let me show you actually something that a trade that I had taken on the EMA and WMA cross.
All right, bet. So let me see how I can give you. Are you able to get back? Are you able to open
I think I could share my browser.
Yeah, share. Yeah, share. Try sharing your screen. I'll see. Oh, there we go.
Oh, I was watching something.
Oh, that's a clean chart. That blue.
No.
That's actually a lot. It's like super easy on the eyes. Actually, I actually like that setup. The blue is buy, and then the black, I'm assuming, is sell. That's actually clean.
Hold on. I can't.
All right, so let's nitpick. Let's see what you got. Go ahead, play it. All right, pay attention. If you guys have any questions, or if you guys want to throw in some advice, some whatever you got, some critiques, just unmute yourselves and spit it out there. Let's see what we got here. And Ari, have one more person to choose to do the same thing that Chelsea's doing right now.
I don't know why it signs me out.
Helen.
Oh hell no, you're not trading Apple. Look at that.
No.
Helen, are you there?
She left.
As soon as you called her, she hit log off. Oh, that's funny.
Oh,
no, she's there. I see her.
Yeah, I'm about to order something.
On like the 15 minute. I don't know what happened to
let's find somebody else. How about Christian?
Christian just logged off too.
No, I'm here, guys, but I'll admit that I'm a complete noob, and I really want to have an opportunity to do this like next week because I want to learn, and this is definitely the way. But today's not the day.
I'll write you down for next week.
Thank you so much. I'll be ready.
All right. Yeah, for next week. You know what? I'm gonna hold you to that, Christian. I'm gonna hold you to that.
I want to be held to it. This is the only way it's gonna work. It's got to be. I mean, I'm brand new, but this is the way. I appreciate the opportunity.
Of course, yeah.
Maritza, it's your turn.
All right. So after Chelsea does her stuff, Maritza's next. All right. So again, this is to put people. I'm not trying to put spotlight on people, but it kind of puts them in perspective. Like, damn, have I been doing this right? And if I've not, we're gonna see if you've been doing it correctly, right? And we'll see. It gives everyone a chance to see if others are getting it correct. It gives them motivation, right? It gives them ambition. Like, damn, Chelsea got this right. Why can I get it right? Or Chelsea got this right. I can do this, right? It gives you motivation. So go ahead.
Kev, so I had waited for the yellow to cross right here, the blue, and then I waited here. Can you see my screen, right?
Yeah.
So I waited here for it to retest the zone up here. What was one support now became resistance. But then I took the trade right here. It took me out on stop loss, I think, because lose hit. But I mean, if I would have, I had a 25 target, and then it took me out, like it reversed right here. So I don't know what I could have done differently. I got in off of this retest right here on this candle. Hold on. Let me
when you took this trade, did you check the higher time frames? I mean, it's a scalp with that one.
Yeah.
It's a scalp for sure. I can't take that away. It's a scalp. Did you check the lower time frame? Did you check the higher time frame to see if you find correlation if there was gonna be the yellow line perspective?
Where does it go?
Right there.
So there, I had waited till the yellow line was still kind of like under here, under the blue.
Okay.
But over here on this, does the candles have to be under the yellow, like as a confirmation?
Now you took this as a buy, or you took this as a buy or sell? As a sell, correct?
I took it as a sell, yeah.
All right.
Up here.
All right. So on the 15-minute.
I took it off the 15-minute, and then I checked the 5 to make sure that the candles were still under the yellow, and I checked it also on the 30, which I don't know where it goes. But then, yeah, then I guess there was a news release at that time, and then it just reversed and boom, took me out.
Okay.
If I would have had a 15-minute, a
zoom,
15 pip, right?
Yeah, 15. So on this case here, so on the 5 and 15, you would have been fine, right? Because the 5 and 15 would have been fine because you took it off the 15. So on the 15 minute, so the 30 minute, the market when you took the trade was still intertwined with the yellow. If you see, right? The yellow was there and the market was within the yellow, right? Intertwined within the yellow. If you zoom in a little bit. Oh, you would listen to Drake Tootsie Slide? Okay, you were jamming.
I don't know. I was just looking around. So.
If you zoom in, you see how the yellow line is intertwined with the market there?
Okay, right here, you mean?
Yeah,
like,
inside with the market.
with
So
a
at
candle?
that pace, you would have been like, all right, let me see something real quick, right? Let me see this intertwined here. But if you look on the 15 minute, right? If you this trade would have been valid on the 5 and 15. Reasons being because the market hit on the 15 that area, right? That blue line, which is a strong threshold in the market, correct?
Yeah.
But it vectored. If you see the 3 wicks there, it vectored for the sell, right? To the left, right? If you look to the left, I think I can annotate on the screen actually.
Right
Right
here, 1,
it
2,
vectored
3.
right here, right? So if you would have taken the trade, yeah, you would have been great. But the 30 minute, the market was still the yellow line was intertwined with the market, right? Go into the 5 minute. The reason why this would have been a great trade on the off the 15 and 5 is because the 5 minute. Zoom in. Boom. Yeah, scroll sideways. Yeah, so it zooms in. All right. So on the 5 minute, if you see here on the 5 minute, it used on the 15 and the 5 minute, the blue line as a threshold for a sell. So if you're taking this trade, in the 15 and 5, you have to find your most relevant zone. So you would have had this one and you would have had this one. And you see how this one as a scalp used this as support to push the market back up, right? It used the blue line as a threshold and it gave you vectors on the 5 minute and it gave you a vector on the 15 minute telling you I'm going to reject this zone here and push down for a scalp because you're trading it on the 5 and 15, right? So what happens? It rejected off the zone, gave you price action on the threshold. It rejected that zone, give you price action on the 15 to where your next zone's at. Yeah, this one's for sure a zone, but since you're trading it on the 15, look at the 5 confirmation you're getting. You're getting the confirmation on the 15 and 5 minute. You weren't getting confirmation on the 30 because the market was still because the yellow line was intertwined. Your EMA was intertwined with price, right? Intertwined with price. So what happens? The 5 and 15 was telling you, I'm gonna go for a scalp sell. Look for your scalp zone. Here could have been your number 1, and here could have been. Here could have been your number 2, and here's your number 1. Here's 1, and here's 2.
Yeah.
And you see how this one shot down and hit that zone. So it's a valid trade. It's a good trade. For a scalp for sure off the rejection of the EMA, but you have to look at the higher time frame and see if it's giving you the same confirmation of the yellow line either being underneath or above based on the sell, right? Or if it's intertwined with price, that means you're gonna have to wait until you see a better direction. So as soon as you broke here, check this out. You took the sell. You could have taken a buy here. Why? Because it broke. It retested on the 5 minute. The 15 minute broke and bet you it retested on the 15 and on the 30, the EMA was underneath the price.
Oh, so I could have gone ahead and used this same rejection right here, set up right here for a buy, and that was the real move. Okay.
Yeah. Remember, time frame analysis. So in the 30 minute has to confirm that the yellow is either underneath or above. If it's in between, like here, this is intertwined. I'm not taking nothing here because this is just a hoopla, right? You can actually buy stop, sell stop this mug right here, right? But that's a different story. But so you're gonna go on the 15 real quick. The 5 minute broke and retested for the buy, right? For the push up, right? Now on the 15 minute, there you go. Right? It broke and retested on the 5 minute, right? It broke and retested on the 5 minute. So when you trade on the 5 minute, you want to look at the higher time frame and see if the yellow line is underneath price. And look where it was at. It was underneath price, right?
I see.
Underneath price. What you also could have done is you could have trapped here out and trapped here out and took a buy stop for a scalp up.
Oh, okay. I see. And
right?
then on the 30 here, it rejected on the 5 minute. Okay, I see.
Yeah, so you see how it broke? You could have caught the sell, but the sell would have been to that zone. then it would have broke up. It retested on the 5-minute on the blue line. So that's when you would transition into the 15. Look what it did on the 15. The yellow is now underneath on the 15. And I guarantee if you look here on the 30, the yellow is going to be underneath there on the 30 as well.
On the 30 here.
Look what is that? Yellow is underneath now on the 30 as well. So now what's it doing? Hey, I'm going to go for a buy. Until price starts to consolidate and the yellow line starts to intertwine with price, that means that's when you get out. Or you just ride it to the next zone, whichever you feel is best.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Anyone has any advice or critiques that they've encountered with this issue as well? You want to put in their opinion? Anybody at all? No? Okay, cool. Awesome. So what you took there was great. I won't take that away. What you took there was great. Just keep in mind of the time frame analysis. You want to look for higher time frames. This call's recorded, yeah. You can get higher time frames, right? And look at the correlation. Remember, the time frame before and the time frame just above. But if we're trading on the 5-minute, we want to look at the time frame just above, all right? Because I'm not transitioning to shit. Am I going to 30-minute and 3-minute? Am I going to 2-minute? Am I going to the 1-minute? That's just not. I'm not doing that. That's too much noise. That's too much. If you guys trade binary, you can do this with binary too. That's why you can do this on like the 5-minute, the 5-minute contracts. You can do this on the 90-second contracts if you're trading up the 1 and 2-minute, right? You can do that with binary as well. You don't have to do it. I suggest not doing it because it's a lot of in and outs. It pays out nicely, but it's a lot of in and outs, right? But it's a completely different story. We can do binary in the future when you guys are ready to do it in the future. You guys are not at that point right now, so don't even go for it, right? Next person. Who's the next person? Was it Maritza?
Yes, Marisa.
Lit. Okay, Maritza, are you ready to share your screen and do what you do?
I'll try, but I don't know what I'm talking about.
Oh wow, today's Mama's birthday. She's 70 years old. Oh, you can show your screen. You can do your thing. Are you okay? There she goes. All right, what you got here?
All right, so I started trying to do it with GBP USD.
Okay.
And I understand when you talk, but then to put it into action, it confuses me. I'm not even gonna lie.
I mean, yeah, I understand that. I talk pretty fast. I talk pretty fast too. Okay. So where'd you get confused at, and what trade you take?
Okay. So first, I know I have to do it on the daily, and start with my lines, right? So that's what I'm gonna start with.
Yeah, you can do this. You remember how to do it? Remember line chart, right? You can do it on a line chart if you want. You can stay on the candlestick chart, however you feel. What's best to do your zones is to hide the EMAs, right? So go over the EMAs and hit the I symbol. All right, hit the I symbol. Yeah, hide it. All right, hit the I symbol. It still stay there. You can hide it. Click that. It will take it away, and then when you want to put it back, just hit the I symbol again. But take it away so there's nothing. There's no traffic for your on the screen. There's no your clarity on it. It's a lot clearer. All right, and it's easier to find your zones and your spikes and so on and so forth. So yeah, do your thing, girl.
And then just start mapping it like that, or just start.
Yeah, you can map it like you can map it like that. You can map it at whichever you feel. Let's see how you do it.
Okay. So I would do one there, and then
GBP USD is gonna pull back this week. Give you guys a heads up.
probably one there.
Let me see. Plot the the first one you plotted. Yeah. Did you plot one? Yeah, you can plot one where that one is at. Correct. You can do that one there too.
Mm-hmm. And then
Awesome, Chelsea.
Right.
Remember, look for the spikes. Look for the most relevant and pivotal spikes. If you need to use a lifeline, you can call on somebody.
Yeah, I need help.
All right. So who do you want to call on? Right. You have 2 lifelines. You call somebody.
How about Chelsea?
All right. Go ahead, Chelsea. She's using you as a lifeline. If you guys thought this wasn't gonna be a hands-on session, you guys were wrong.
Marissa, are you looking for another zone on the daily?
Yeah, help her plot her zones.
Oh, let me get. How can I annotate?
This one thing that says view options, and it should say something called annotate.
Oh, view options, annotate. All right, so we want to look kind of like where there's like multiple touches. 1, 2, 3. Kind of say like right here. Over here, like even though it extends further out, you see like, even though there's like a little gap here, I would say this is one.
You can do the one that is one there for sure. Because if you go onto a don't do it, but if you go into candlestick chart, those are wick rejections. So you can definitely plot one there.
I'll say right here. 1, 2,
Also right here.
3, 4, 5. Yeah, and then here it kind of like broke out, but then it kind of like broke out of that resistance, but then it still came back down.
That's a congestion zone. That is because you see on both scales. If you see on both areas, the resistance was here. The resistance was here. There's some right here. There's one right here. There's support right here. So that's definitely a valid one for sure.
Oh yeah, definitely where Marissa drew that line. That's definitely a good one. Let's see.
Right. Just remember, look for the most relevant spikes. Right. Look for the relevant spikes here. You could do one there. Remember, look for relevant spikes in the market and look toward the left.
Yeah.
See the correlated ones in the left,
Kind
right?
of like right there.
And
Well,
look for these multiple spikes.
would you say that there's this kind of like this could be a wick here maybe?
That could be a support.
Yeah.
So you could draw it from down here, draw it across the screen, and then this will probably be a wick down here, sure.
Yeah. And then kind of like where we are now, it's heading to a resistance. Oh, let me draw this all the way.
Oh my.
It's over here, right?
Let's see. Yeah, like around there.
Like there?
Yeah, right there.
Right here?
Right here, Marissa, on this one.
Right there, where the cross is.
Right where we're at, kind of.
So just give him a few minutes to get back on.
Right where price ended, it closed out this week. That's kind of like one, which is probably what Kevin was saying, that it was going to be a retracement area.
I would look for the ones that are the major ones, like where the most touches happen. Like right there, exactly.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Edson, let Kevin in.
Even right here, Marissa.
Hey guys, my bad. My computer said nope, I'm out. All right, so I'm gonna let. So she's been plotting her zones correctly as I left for the last 30 seconds. Who wants to give me?
They've been helping me.
So are you understanding how to plot your areas? Right, it's always good to find your foundation. Remember, wherever is relevant, based on where market locations, find the relevancy in that zone. It allows you to find setups in the market that can be utilized current situations. So expect I'm expecting GU to retrace this week. If you look at the like for everyone else, as she plots her zones, let her plot her zones. Everyone else look at the daily chart, right? Everyone else looking at the daily chart. You, Marissa, you plot your zones, okay? Everyone else look at the daily chart with the exponential moving averages, right? And look at the daily. We broke the weighted moving average, right? So now we're waiting for a what? Pullback. So we're going to pull back this week, GU. I think that was loose. She's been on fire with it. You know, Luz is my mom's name. It's crazy. I just remember that now. That's my mom. This is my mom's name. I'm gonna text her. Hey, yo, Luz. She's gonna yell at me. Mm-hmm. So you have 4-hour zones. They're good. Remember, 4-hour zones are look for the pivotal spikes, right? And what you're essentially doing is training your eyes on being able to see these stuff, right? Training your eyes to see them, right? If you're having trouble now, just take the time and every single day, whoever your accountability partner is, whoever your accountability partner is, it was Edson. Edson, every day, text her or message her, whatever the case may be, wherever your communication is. I'm like, and give me 2 charts with marked up zones.
You're gonna have some homework, Marissa.
2 zones, right?
Okay,
That's
I
it.
love homework.
Give her you have 30 minutes to send me marked up zones. All right. And then just have her send it to you and evaluate it. And then now it'll train her eyes and train her be able to see them on a consistent basis. Right. And it'll also help you because now you're taking the knowledge that you have based on this and you're just solidifying what you know to help her. Right. It's just solidification, right? It's just being embedded into your brain. Okay, cool. This is on. This is on. Okay, cool. This is cool. This is cool. So now when you get into the charts after evaluating what she has, is you're seeing and you're seeing what you've seen through her on your own charts, right? You're training your eyes, right? Remember, you're training yourself to be able to see these things without actually having to struggle through it or be confused about it because your eyes are already picking up the pattern that you've been able to see for the last couple days, months, whatever the case may be that you've been doing this, right? Just train your eyes to see it, right? And remember, support resistance is basics. It's foundation in the market. And that allows you to throw any other stuff on there, right? You can throw 100 things on there. But none of all that matters is the confirmation you're getting, right? If you're doing my strategy, if you're doing London payout, if you're doing Gold Cup, if you're doing T Cup, if you're doing whatever the case may be, doesn't matter. You're finding your foundation with the market because every single strategy includes that. You can do money flow and include support resistance. You can do the 4 rules and include support resistance, right? Include support resistance. So you're finding the foundation. Everything else is just perception and confirmation, how you're able to perceive the market and build the confidence for yourself. Again, my motto is confirmation equals confidence because I'm confidently getting into my trades based on the confirmations, right? And that's all you're essentially doing. This is giving you the foundation of where you can find your confirmations and where the market essentially go. All right. Now, are you understanding your zones, Marita?
Yeah.
All right. Awesome. Now go into the candlestick. Now go into the candlestick chart and using your screen, I'm gonna call on Luz. All right. Go to the candlestick chart. All right. I'm gonna call on Luz. All right. And Luz, can you hear me?
Yes.
Where's my say your name? I think I'm my mom. I'm gonna call my mom after this. All right. Now go into the 1-hour chart, right? Because then you're trading off the daily and 4. I mean, you're finding a foundation of daily and 4, but looking at the candlestick charts on the 1. All right. Now on the screen, I want you to annotate, right? I want you to annotate, and I want you to find me break and retest setups based on the zones that Maritza has on the screen. All right. Now everyone pay attention. Everyone pay attention and look for those zones as well, all right? And give me a yes or no if she's correct, all right? So Luz, annotate and find me the break and retest setups based on the zones that Maritza drew up. And Maritza, you're gonna give me the first answer if she's correct or not, and everyone else essentially will follow. You guys all left school, you guys thought you guys wouldn't get picked on. Wrong!
Wait. It's on my phone, so just give me a minute.
Oh, here we go with the excuses.
No, wait. So, okay. This is.
I can't open this damn chat. What's going on here? All right, break and retest has to break a zone and it has to retest a zone. Okay? If we need a lifeline, call on Maritza.
It's like,
okay, it broke a what and retested a what?
it broke the resistance.
Okay.
No? Yes.
Yeah, it broke a resistance and then it went to after it broke resistance, it retested it as what?
Support.
Boom. Now find me one more and then I'm gonna call on Chelsea.
Okay.
And after Chelsea, I'm gonna call on get yourselves ready, y'all. Right, where the hell are the participants?
That's a
I'm
little.
gonna call on Alini after this, and then I'm gonna call on Danny. All right, break and retest. Yeah, you consider the break and retest. It broke the resistance and retested that support. Awesome. Now, Chelsea, find me a break and retest on the screen. Good job, Luz. I'm gonna text my mom now.
I'm working on getting the pens going here.
Don't worry.
Right here for the buy, it literally broke, and well, it kind of was already in that zone, but it did retest it. Like it broke out, and then let me look for a better one. Right here, actually. For the buy.
That was the first setup was a
retest.
great. The first setup was a great break and retest. The bottom one, that was more. I wouldn't consider the break and retest because it's on a support level and it rejected the support level, right?
This one on the top here, over here.
Yeah, that one was great. Find me one more, and then we'll call on Danny.
Oh, I just cleared mine.
Yo, my chat won't open up. I don't get it. Oh, Isabel says she has to head out for a real quick call real quick. Yeah, do your thing. I'll probably will be on for another 10, 15 because I have to go and get my hair did. You know what I'm saying?
So kind of like right here, it's a great. No, not really. This whole thing was kind of like a little retest if the line had been down here.
That is a retest. It's ugly retest, but that's a BNR for sure.
Yeah, very ugly though.
That's a BNR for sure. Because we've seen this, right? Well, it's a little lower technically, but that's a BNR zone. Correct. Next one. Oh, that's the last one. You're good. Danny, good job. Danny, your turn. I need you to find me a BNR setup. There's like a couple on the screen that I see. Find me a BNR setup.
Where's the pin at?
Huh?
Where's the pin at?
Go to view options and then it says annotate. Oh, we have to take Poppy for a walk.
Do you want to go with me or do you?
I'll be on there in 10 minutes.
Okay, I can take him.
You found it?
Nope.
Huh?
Not yet.
On the let me see, hold on. On the top of your screen, it says you're viewing Maritza's screen, and look, it says view options right next to it.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, and then click on it and click annotate, and then you'll be able to draw on the screen.
Sweet.
And find the break of a zone and retest of the zone that it broke, or break of resistance and retest of support, or vice versa, look for support, break of resistance. In this case, there's not going to be a break of support and retest of resistance because it's an uptrend. If you need to use a lifeline, call on.
That'd be one.
What happened? That's a retest. That's a break of a zone. Show me the break and show me the break first. Where is the break and where is the retest? Well, we had the retest already, but show me the break. Where is the break of that zone? Because it retested it as support, right? So show me the break of the resistance. All right.
That'd be it.
The break of resistance will be over here. See that? It'll be over here. Because this zone will be the resistance, and because the market was underneath. So what happens? We had the break, and we had the retest, and it held it as support, and then it pushed up, right? You see that? This is the break of that zone. Okay. This one typically wouldn't be a break and retest. Would be the break of the zone because this one held that support range, right? This one held that support, right? This entire zone here held that support. Okay. But it broke it right over here and retested it over here, right? Make sense?
Makes sense.
All right, awesome. Let me see. Next person. All right. Thank you, Maritza. You can unshare your screen. Edson, you know the homework that she has to do. Provide it to her and let her give it to you whenever it's ready. I'm gonna call on one more person, and then I'm gonna have to run. So who I'm gonna call on? I'm gonna call on Vlad. Vlad, we haven't heard from you, even though you was on this session, dog. But I'm calling you right now, though.
I'm here. Yes, I've been watching. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm on my phone.
You can share your screen. And what I want you to do is, since Maritza did the supply and demand, I want you to have the moving averages on the screen, and I want you to find me some setups on the moving averages on whatever time frame, whatever pair you want, and then you have one lifeline. You can call on whoever you want if you need some trouble. So you can share your screen.
Well, the thing is, I'm on my phone and on my computer. You should have left Marisa's screen. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. I need you to call on somebody to do it for you. Matter of fact,
Okay, I can help.
Yeah, call on somebody.
Well, let me see who is.
You want me to call on somebody? I got you.
Well, anybody. I don't know. I mean.
Ari, let's go. Ari, share your screen.
Ari,
Get on.
I knew it.
She automatically knew. I was like, I had somebody in mind.
Yeah.
She was over here drop shipping instead of trading.
I'm what?
She was over here drop shipping instead of trading.
Why are you calling her? It's okay, you can make fun.
Okay, which pair do you want me to be on?
Whatever pair you want. Definitely not any of those.
Me or Vlad?
No, I want you to go throw the exponentials on there, and want you to, the moving averages on there on any pair, any time frame you want, and find the setup, right? And then I want Vlad to confirm it.
Oh, that's unfair.
What do you mean it's not fair? You can Euro USD it, throw the 2 exponentials on there. She hasn't been on TradingView forever, guys. You see the volume at the bottom of the screen. She's laughing.
You're putting me on blast out here, bro.
I know, I asked for it.
Okay, so what is it that you want me to do?
I want you to throw the moving averages on your charts, right? We call her slipping, guys. All right, I want you to go and throw the moving averages on your chart. Go to the volume. You see where it says volume right here? I want you to erase that.
Uh-huh.
Erase it. No, go to hit X, right? Then go to the indicator tab. No, the other one. The one to the right.
This one?
Right. The other one to the right. That one right there. Click on that and type in moving average or exponential, or right, it should be moving average right there. Exponential right there. The second one. Click on the second one. All right, and then click on the one underneath it. Okay. Then what you're gonna do is you're gonna go to where it says EMA up here and hit settings. Right, hit settings and click 7 and put 7 right here. Okay, hit OK, and then go to WMA, and I want you to type in the same thing, do 144. And then hit OK. Oh, then no, go to style. I'm sorry, go to style. Do 144. All right, go hit, change the color to this one, to whatever color you feel is best. Okay, now hit OK. Now go to inputs and do 144. You put 1. There you go. Hit OK.
So this is the yellow one that you used to have, right?
No, this one here is is blue. The red one you have for me is blue, and then the one over here is yellow. Doesn't really matter. Whatever you want. It doesn't really matter. Right? So what I want you to do is I want you to find the setup. Remember, the checklist is yellow. Well, your blue has to break the red. Okay.
Okay, I found one here.
All right, but this one, did you get a pullback after the break?
No.
Okay, look for the blue to break the red, and then look for the pullback. Right? If you gotta change time frames, you can change time frames. Whatever you feel gives you most confidence is the most.
Hey, I found it.
Now, Vlad, the blue broke her red. Did it get a pullback?
No, she didn't get a pullback.
All right, that's not the first. That's the first step, right? You got that's the second step. The market has to break. I mean, your blue has to break, right? But price has to pull back to the zone the red is at. Okay?
Yeah, it has to go to the yeah.
All right, so find me one that did it.
Okay.
Well, there is a pullback.
Awesome. So you have a setup right here. It pulled back. Now, remember the checklist. Her blue has to break her red. Number 2, the market has to pull back to the red, right? Number 3, you have to find price action confirmation, letting you know that that zone is a resistance zone. So to give yourself that validation, what line do you put and where do you put it to validate that that's resistance? Right? You put a horizontal line on where?
Horizontal line on the red line.
Boom. Now, Ari, put the horizontal line on this red line right here.
Right. Then you got to pull back, and it came down.
All right. Put a horizontal line on the red line. Okay. Now, what you're gonna do is you're gonna look toward the left.
More?
All right, look to the left. Now, is that zone a support or resistance zone, or both? Based on where you drew, you saw the break, right? And then you look to the left. Is that zone a support or resistance zone? Now, you saw the break right here.
Yeah, you're moving the screen fast. I can't.
Right. So after you put the horizontal line for the pullback, you look to the left, right? Is that zone a support or resistance zone? Anyone can answer.
Yes.
Is it support or resistance, or is it both?
Support. Well, both.
It's both, yeah.
Both.
Both, correct. Now, what's the third step?
Price action.
Price action. Awesome. So what time frames, if we're looking on the 1 hour time frame, and we got the pullback on the 1 hour time frame, what time frames do we look back on or look ahead on, right, to see if her red line or her blue line is either above or below? The time frame where? If we're on the 1
in 1 hour.
Where?
30 minutes and 1 hour. And 4 hours, sorry.
4 hours.
She transitioned to the, so Ari, do me a favor. Go to this paintbrush here. Oh, you changed it, you lost it.
All right.
All right, so where she was located, find where you were located.
Here.
All right. All right, go to the paintbrush and draw a box around that zone. All right, go to the paintbrush and draw a box. You know where you're at. Now, what you do is go to the 30 minute. All right, now look for that box in the 30. Boom, right there. Okay, boom, right there. This one on the 1 hour, her red line is where the horizontal is at. Okay, the red line is where the horizontal line. Now zoom in on where the box is. This is a perfect example of what we broke down 20 minutes ago, right? You see how price broke the resistance? I mean, price broke the red line, but did her blue line break it? You see how price, yeah, it broke the red line, but did her blue line break it? No, right? Remember, if it's going to be an opposite trade of what you're looking for, if you're looking for a buy or sell, what has to truly break to give you that confirmation the market's going to go that direction? The exponential, right? So if the market came up here, right, but her exponential was down here and started curving down, that's letting you know that this is going to be your fake out. So continue going where? Down. Let me ask you a question. Ask for price action. What did it give you on the 30 minute to tell you it was going to sell? Vlad. What price action pattern did it give you there to let you know that it was going to sell?
Well, the breakout.
No. What price action confirmation?
Doji.
Candles below the line.
All right. It starts with a V. 3 or more long wicks projecting to the upside. Boomski, right? You have a resistance that she found on the 1. That same resistance she found on the 1, the market vector to the upside here, right? You would have been like, oh man, I don't know if it's gonna go because it broke above the red line. It didn't, because the blue line didn't break. Now you're getting a vector on the resistance that she found on the 1 hour, right? A vector. So now go to the 4 hour. You go to the time frame before, now that's in the time frame just above. Now go to the 4 hour. right? Because if she found the break on the 1, you have to look at the 4 hour, the time frame just above, and the time frame just below, right? Now on the 4 hour, I don't remember where it was at. Hit yeah, where are we? I think we went to the right, no? Zoom in. Yeah, well, yeah, we're gonna. I think it's to the. I think it's to the. I think it's to the right. You just have to zoom in a little further. Zoom. You have to zoom in. Keep going.
More?
Yeah, look for your box that you drew up, or if you want, right there. There it goes.
Here.
Zoom in. Now, if on the 4 hour, if we're looking for a sell, the 1 hour is insinuating a sell. The 30-minute, you saw that vector for the sell. The 4 hour has to be rejecting what line, and what line has to be above price. If our exponential is supposed to be flowing with the market, then price has to be rejecting on the higher time frame, or on what? The exponential. So the exponential needs to be where, based on price, above or below?
Above.
So on the 4 hour, we had that resistance that she drew right here. Okay. We had the vector on the 30-minute, right? We had the break and retest on the 1 hour, right? And we had the pullback rejection and exponential is just above price. Is this telling you it's going to sell still? Is it telling that it's going to continue selling? You need a lifeline.
Yeah, I'm confused.
Edson, break it down. You understand?
Sorry, I was setting up the breakfast for my girlfriend. But so basically, as long as the price is above the market, then there's indicators that we're still going to sell. If the EMA is still above the market price.
Mm-hmm. So if EMA is above on the 4, the 1 hour, you got the break and retest. In 30-minute, you got the vector, you got time frame confirmation, you got candlestick confirmation, you got support resistance confirmation. Now you're taking a trade to the next zone. So where is the next zone on the 1 hour, Ari? Go to the 1 hour. And this will be the last one because I have to run. I'm gonna take a draw. I'm a little late. All right, now zoom in. I know I'm gonna run. All right, now where is she found the setup? Where? Right here. Where's your next zone, Ari?
My next zone will be right
Remember. Yep. If you look to the left, that whole zone there is support. So what are you gonna do? Take the trade from here right down to here, and then you're done trading for that trade. That make sense? All right. That's basically so. I will have to. All right. So I will have to run, guys. All right. I hope you guys understood a little further. So we can go forward implementing all this strategy. Let's set up Tuesday for 10 p.m. Eastern your time so we can rock out and do some trade setups. Do it lively, do some boxes, do some EMA crosses, do the breakout strategy and all this other stuff. Again, we'll further elaborate on things. For as far as accountability partners, if anyone wants me to message y'all and be very annoying with y'all to make sure you guys get this done, then just hit up Ari. Chelsea already got you locked in. Where is it, right? Yeah, right. So let's rock out. Let's do it. Let's rock out Tuesday night. Any questions you guys have, talk amongst each other, ask each other for help. Remember, we're all in this journey. We're on this thing together. We're a team. We're a family here, and we all want each other to win, right? We all want to pay our rent by the end of the month. So let's help each other, right? Any question you guys have, you can message me. You tag me in the Discord group. I guess you could say I'm in the Discord group, or in Telegram or wherever. Reach out to Ari. And get me on a call. We can do another call Monday if you guys want. Yeah, and I'll start putting together. We'll do one more session before we do the test. I'm gonna give you guys a test after this. Okay. Other than that, that's it. I appreciate you guys. Seriously.
Thank you.
Shout out to Ari for setting. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, thank you guys.
Thank you.
I got you. Shout out to Ari for setting this whole thing up because I wouldn't be here if she didn't ask me to do stuff. So,
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Kev.
Of course, we got you guys. And other than that, message me if you guys need anything. I gotta run. 'Cause I got an appointment, and I'll see you guys Monday or Tuesday. Let Ari know, and whatever she calls me, I'll just get
Monday
on.
and Tuesday.
Huh? Monday and if you guys want to do one Monday to reiterate everything, we can do it. If you guys want, and then we'll do the trade night Tuesday night if you guys want. Just let her know, and then whatever you let her know, she'll let me know, and I'll just get on. I'll just get on. So other than that, guys, I'm out. Stay blessed. Stay beautiful. Deuces.